Hi, this is Kathy, and today I'm going to be doing a little foundation tutorial. Many of you have asked me about the Eve Pearl foundation, so I've got it on now. This is the final look, and so let's get started. Okay, so I've got my hair clipped up and out of the way, and now I'm gonna use my little palette it's got the light and the medium both in it. This is their professional palette, but if you order it from Eve Pearl, you'll just get the dual. It'll have two colors. So I'm just going to use two colors today, a light one and a darker one. So I like to start with the light one. And this is the thing that I realized with this. It takes quite a bit less than you think. And that may be why I've gone through it so quickly, you know. Okay, so the lightest color goes in the places I'm putting it. You go kind of across the brow, the jaw, because this is reverse contouring is what she calls it. Above the lip, and I like to take it right here. And you're going to look funny when you, and I'm going to go in with the darker color. And this goes places that have more pigment that you want to cover. So that would be like the cheeks. The chin. And you don't really worry at this point what it looks like and you mix the light with the dark for the nose. But at this point we're just kind of getting it placed. And I like to use this on the lids too. I like the light color on the lids. And I do just go ahead and bring it under, even though, you know, you're going to conceal it later. Forehead. This is the darker color now on the top part of the forehead. Okay, so now I've got it placed. I'm going to try to get closer. You can't really see. Sorry about that. But, you know, basically it's stripes. It's not spread out or blended at all. So now you're going to take your little wedge, and it's dampened. And you want it to be pretty damp because this is where I think sometimes it's easy to go wrong with this makeup. It's very concentrated out of the pan. So now we're just going to take our dampened sponge and we're going to spread. Okay, now the other thing I do like about this foundation is once it's on, you don't have, even though you're getting pretty good coverage, it's really not sticky. Like you see, remember in my last video where I did my makeup, or no, actually it was when I was putting on moisturizer, but you know how you get that sort of tacky feeling? This one doesn't leave you that way. So if you're older like me and you try not to use too much powder, you can get away without powdering this, which is something that I really like about it. But next I'm going to use the Eve Pearl concealer. This is the light medium. This is the salmon concealer. And you can see that I use mostly the light. So I want to show you, this is the medium one. I want to show you how it goes on. The consistency is different from most things I've ever used. I'm going to go in with my light. And I'm just going to apply it right on the inside kind of corner where I'm the darkest. And this is obviously salmon colored to counteract blue. Now she just goes back in with the sponge. I also sometimes will use a fluffy brush, you know, like a 224, a MAC 224 for this, but I'm going to do everything the way that Eve Pearl means for you to do it, as well as I can remember, that is. It's been a while since I've watched her tutorials. And you could also just use your finger to pat. You know, I really like using the fingers to press it into the skin. Okay. I'm also going to cover, well, if you saw my video yesterday, I have a hyperpigmentation spot right here. You can sort of see it, but it looks like the foundation has done a good enough job. I don't really need to go in, but I will go in here, and here, some more. And I'm going to be using the darker ones there because I have more color in my skin there, and I want it to blend. Okay, so that's it for the concealing. Okay, now, I've got a powder here, but I'm just going to proceed without powdering because I really just don't want to wear powder today. And this, like I said, it doesn't leave you so tacky that you can't put on your powder, blush, and things and have it grab and make splotches. This is dry enough that really you can go straight to powder. I'm going to put a Rubenesque paint pot on my eyes just to prime the eyes. And I like this one because you can't really see it on the screen, but it really does give a nice light shimmer. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick with Eve Pearl and use the Eve Pearl blush. And this one is the blush trio in Sweet Cheeks, which is for light. And all of her blushes have a peach, a pink, and then this one's kind of like a bronze, just to give it a more natural appearance. And she uses a flat, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do this. She uses a flat fan brush, but I'm just going to use this flat one. And she basically just goes, you tap all three colors. I'm going to tap it off and then just lightly dust the top of the cheekbone with it. So really, the whole point of this was not even to do my full makeup. It was just to show you the Eve Pearl foundation. I'm going to get real close and brush my brows. Hold still so it can focus. I mean, you really get decent coverage. And I mean, it does feel a little bit hydrated and moist, but it's not sticky. The pros and cons now about the makeup. It definitely feels good. It leaves a great finish. I think the fact that you get two colors in the compact is wonderful because you can mix to get the exact color, but I feel that it really it's an easy match. The medium is more for really Latin skin colors, darker Latin skin colors. And if you're super fair, they now have a new one called Fair. But the fact that you get the two different shades in the pan, you can mix them to get the exact color you want. So on the pro side, it feels great on the skin. The ingredients are supposed to be healthy. I have to be honest with you, I haven't really studied the ingredient list yet. Those are all the pluses, and it really does have a nice finish. It looks good. You get a decent amount of coverage, but it is a good coverage. The downside for me is, number one, I can't just quickly squirt this and then on, which is what I do a lot of mornings with foundation. I apply it like moisturizer. And I like that it can be quick. This isn't as quick. You've got to kind of take your time and use a foundation brush. That's one of the reasons I don't grab for it more often. To me, the biggest downside with this foundation is the price. It's $55 for the duo, the compact of the two. I've got the three. And the pans are very shallow. And I saw somewhere on one of her videos she talked about the fact that they were hand-filled, hand-poured and filled. And I think sometimes they don't fill them all the way because my concealer, the Eve Pearl concealer that I got, the light side was not nearly as full as the dark side, the medium color. And I mean, I hit the pan in the bottom like the first week, I think, and that was kind of shocking. So that's my issue with it. Just it takes a little too long to put on. I will say though, when I have to do somebody's makeup for a really important event, this is one of the things I go to. This Eve Pearl, I know it's going to photograph well. I know it's going to give a really nice finish. It's not going to look like, it's not going to look heavy on their skin. Okay, so here's the finished look. I hope this helps to give you more information on the Eve Pearl foundation, and I'll see you soon.